Men's hair is having a big moment. You see these amazing hairstyles all the way from red carpets to social media to school or work. So today I want to rank the trendiest men's hairstyles of 2025, all the way from S tier, which is the best, down to C tier, which means you should probably stay away from it. Starting with maybe the trendiest hairstyle of them all for this year, the fluffy hairstyle. The hairstyle that you see all over specifically TikTok. The fluffy hairstyle to me is just that kind of hairstyle that just screams effortless. It just screams bedhead. I just got out of bed. Yes, I look this good. Thank you so much. But in reality, I know you guys are spending some time there scrunching your hair. Sometimes you're using a diffuser, but it looks good. I get it. And there are so many variations of the fluffy hairstyle. You can have it with curly hair. You can have it with straight hair. You can really do whatever you want, longer, shorter. But the whole point is that you need texture. Look, it's a hairstyle that I've tried in the past. It's just not for me, as you can clearly see in these videos. However, I do understand that the younger generation likes them, and it does look different, right? It's just what's trendy right now. That it's the Gen Z generation that is driving this hairstyle, that's making it popular. It's definitely not for millennials, which I'm a millennial, so I'm not gonna put it higher into the S tier just because of that. I'm gonna put it into the B tier, but I do think there are better hairstyles on this list, so let's get to them. To style this hairstyle, very easy. All you need is a little bit of sea salt spray or texture powder. Those two are probably the best products that you can use to add volume, to add texture to flat hair. And you need volume, you need texture in that fluffy hairstyle. Moving on to the burst fade with a textured fringe. I actually really like this hairstyle. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've thought about getting this hairstyle before. I love my classic cut. It's really hard for me to change, but I understand the hype. This is a great hairstyle. It adds, again, texture. It's cool, it's edgy. You got the burst fade, which is very popular right now. I'm gonna rank this one an S tier. I will say this is a harder hairstyle to pull off. It's not for everyone. You need a specific style when it comes to fashion. You need a specific energy to have this hairstyle. You can't just be wearing a suit and rocking the burst fade, right? And I do think that it's one of the best hairstyles on this list. And one last thing I'll say about this hairstyle is that it's really easy to style and to maintain besides the fade, which you gotta get your hair faded, obviously every 2 weeks or so if you wanna keep that clean. But to style it, all you need is a little bit of texture powder onto your hair and then just fluff it up, massage it onto your scalp, and it's gonna look really good. This next hairstyle on the list is called the Edgar cut. This hairstyle is very popular, and honestly, it's very polarizing. People love it and people hate it. I hate it. I do not like this hairstyle. I don't understand the hype around it. I don't get it. I don't think it looks good. To me, it's gotta be one of the worst hairstyles on this list. If you're gonna get something like this, then just go for a buzz cut. Just go for the textured fringe. Just adds a little life to your hair. This is flat. This doesn't look good. It's got the straight lines. Don't get this hairstyle. It looks terrible. I don't recommend it. And it earns the spot of the first C tier hairstyle on today's video. And if you have the Edgar cut and you need help styling it, what I would recommend is go to a barber and tell him to buzz it off. That's my recommendation. The next hairstyle on today's list is the mod cut. I've been seeing this a lot here in New York City. Look, New York City, we're a little bit more fashion forward here. You get to see everything, right? The whole breadth of hairstyles and fashion. And I see a lot of guys who are more fashion forward, who are more into style, wearing the mod cut. It's kind of a retro inspired hairstyle. It's kind of shaggy. It's like a 60s inspired hairstyle. It looks good. I would have a hard time wearing that, styling that myself, just because my fashion isn't that. But it does look really good for those guys who have that vintage aesthetic. It's clean, it's soft, it's stylish. I see a lot of models wearing this hairstyle. A lot of actors, like for example, Jacob Elordi has this hairstyle right now. So yes, it's a very popular hairstyle. Yes, it works for a lot of guys. It doesn't work for a lot of other guys though. To style it, honestly, I'm gonna have to say the texture powder again. It's just a magic powder. It just works for pretty much every single hairstyle right now, because the main thing that you're gonna see, the main common thread that you're gonna see with these hairstyles is texture and volume. And that's what a texture powder does. I'm gonna put the mod cut into the S tier. To me, it's a really cool hairstyle. I really like that guys are experimenting with it. It's not for me, but if it works for you, it really works. It looks great. I also think it's one of those hairstyles that's probably going away soon-ish, just because it's kind of out there. So I give it another year before it's not as popular anymore. So if you're thinking about getting this hairstyle, I would definitely do it now. Just experiment with this now, because pretty soon it won't be as cool anymore. And then you're left with a hairstyle that nobody nobody likes. If you want to style any of these hairstyles on this list, then you need the Forte series products. I used feedback from thousands of my followers to create these products for you. So if you want to style any of these, make sure that you're not using crappy products. If you want your hair to look good, to smell good, these are the products that you need from Forte series. It's listed below, forteseries.com. And we also sell on Amazon. So if you have Prime, you can get it shipped literally same day, delivered same day, or in 2 days for free through Amazon. Which, by the way, our reviews on Amazon are amazing, very, very positive, which means I'm not lying to you, okay? These products are great. If I'm putting my name on something, it's gotta be good, because otherwise I lose your trust. So when you open these products for the first time, when you try Forte for the first time, I want you to have a great experience. So it's all listed below. Get your Forte products and style your hair to perfection. The next hairstyle on today's list is a hairstyle that honestly I've just been seeing everywhere. It's become one of the most popular hairstyles of the past 3 years, the short and curly hairstyle. It's a great hairstyle for guys that have wavy to curly hair. If you don't, it's probably not gonna work out for you, so I'd probably go for something else, because this is supposed to be a curly or wavy hairstyle. Short on the sides, curlier up top. It works really well because it's easy to maintain, right? Because you have the short sides and then your short top as well. You just need a little bit of volume, a little bit of that texture up top, and that will look really good. It's very similar to the fluffy hairstyle. I would say it's the beta version of the fluffy hairstyle. And by beta, I don't mean like lower masculine capabilities. I just mean beta like it came before the fluffy hairstyle. The fluffy hairstyle is a modern take on this short and curly hairstyle. A lot of celebrities have this hairstyle right now. A lot of TikTokers have this, a lot of influencers, and a lot of reality TV stars have this hairstyle right now. You see it on the red carpet. It's a great hairstyle for you if you have a hard to manage curly hair. Very easy to style. You can use a curl cream, or you can use something like a sea salt spray, or even a styling cream. I would recommend the styling cream just because it adds more moisture. You need moisture for this hairstyle to not be frizzy. So that's my recommendation if you want to try it out. And in terms of ranking, this one is going to go up to an A tier because I do think it's a great hairstyle for you guys with curly hair. This next one, honestly, I didn't think I was going to include this in a 2025, end of 2025 list. Just because when we first started talking about the modern mullet, this was maybe a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I thought it was going to be a very quick fad. There's probably some videos of me saying that back in the day. But here we are. September of 2025, it's still going strong. There's now variations of it, and it still looks good, you know, and I didn't try it, it just wasn't for me. But honestly, I do appreciate a guy who's willing to try that hairstyle. It's edgy, it's stylish, it now is very popularized. It's not just for like the guy who wants to try something completely different with a mullet and mustache. Now you see it everywhere. You're not really stepping outside of your comfort zone too much by trying this at this point, just because every guy that I see on the street has this hairstyle. Makes it a little bit less special, but it also makes it easy to achieve and very easy for you to just try it out and see if you like it, see if it looks good on you. I'm gonna rank this one S tier just because at this point, it's one of the most popular hairstyles, and it started a whole new trend of hairstyles that I didn't see back in the day, and I really like it because to me, at the end of the day, guys, if you're trying new hairstyles, that's all I want. I just want you to step outside of your comfort zone, try something new. I've tried so many hairstyles from long to short to buzzed to highlights. I've tried it all. So I dialed it down and I haven't been exploring as much recently, but I really appreciate the fact that guys are finally stepping outside of their comfort zones when it comes to hair. So this is gonna get S tier just because of the movement that it created. And in terms of styling it, it really depends on the length of the mullet that you're going for. If you're going for like a mini mullet, probably the texture powder. If you're going for something longer, then the styling cream or sea salt spray, that's what I would go with. But honestly, you see guys like Austin Butler, right? Who's a classy guy, who is a Cartier brand ambassador, and he's got a modern mullet, and it looks really good. So you know what? It deserves to be an S tier hairstyle, and that's why I put it there. Moving on to one of the most classic hairstyles, one of the most tried and true hairstyles that will probably be on every single hairstyle list ever, a quiff. Specifically though, I want to talk about a messy quiff just because I feel like the classic quiff is a little too clean, too old school. So a messy quiff is usually the way to go if you're going for that style. Now it's kind of similar to what I have going on right now. And you're going to see more of the millennials, the celebrities who have this hairstyle like Chris Evans, right? Or David Beckham. It's that type of celebrity, slightly older than like a fluffy cut, for example, but it still looks great, very elegant. The perfect hairstyle for you to have with a suit or go to the gym. It doesn't really matter. It always looks good. It can be relaxed and casual, or you can dress it up. The best way to style this for me is with a heavy clay, like the Forte Series texture clay. That's what I style mine with, just because it holds it in place so you can still run your fingers through it. It doesn't feel stiff, and it just keeps it there. You can just literally move it around throughout the day. And that to me is the beauty of a messy quiff. You can kind of run your fingers through it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it looks good. So obviously this one has to go into the S tier of hairstyles. One of the best, one of the most classic, and it will always be one of the top 3 hairstyles on my list. Next, a messy textured flow. This to me is also one of those hairstyles that if you're a model, if you have great hair, like wavy hair, if you have great texture, this is the type of hairstyle that you should be wearing. It's the type of hairstyle that just, you need to have great hair to be able to pull this off, right? It's not like a fade, it just, you need to show off your hair for it to look really good in the messy flow. And a lot of celebrities like Chase Stokes, for example, right? That's a great example. He has great hair, and it became like a big moment for men's hair when he had that hairstyle in his show. Outer Banks, that's the name of the show. He had great hair in Outer Banks. It became a trend on TikTok, on social media, and that inspired a lot of guys to let their hair grow and try something similar. 2 ways of styling it. One, either the sea salt spray, just spray it on, scrunch your hair, looks great, or the styling cream, just emulsify it into your hands. Basically just throw it into your hair like this, and then scrunch it up a little bit, boom, it looks amazing. And I'm gonna put this one in the A tier because it's a great hairstyle that's never going away. It's slightly harder to manage and to style it, so that's why it gets A tier, not S tier. There's one hairstyle on this list that I've really been holding back to not get it, and that is this next hairstyle, the buzz cut. I love the buzz cut. I had a buzz cut a long time ago when I went to military school, and I had to get a buzz cut every 14 days or less. So I used to buzz it myself. I loved it. It was easy to maintain. It looked okay on me. You know, I did it myself, so it didn't look that great. But a buzz cut is the most masculine. It's the strongest haircut. It's a haircut that really shows off your facial structure. So if you have great cheekbones, if you have a great jawline, if you have a nice nose, nice eyes, eyebrows, that is all really prominent with a buzz cut. You're not hiding anything. You're not changing the shape of your face with your haircut. It's also a very unforgiving hairstyle because if you don't have a great nose, a great jawline, a great cheekbone, it probably doesn't look as good. So you kind of have to be a good looking dude for you to be able to pull this off. But if you can, it looks incredible. It's easy to manage. You don't need any products. All you need to do is get it buzzed every week or 2 weeks, and it looks amazing. A great example is Michael B. Jordan. The guy is a stud, right? One of the best looking guys out there. And he has a buzz cut most of the time because he can pull it off. Why would he try anything different? It looks amazing. A buzz cut to me will always be top of the list, but I'm gonna slide it down to A, just hear me out, because it is really difficult to pull off. You have to have those model-esque features for you to be able to look good with a buzz cut. I see a lot of guys trying it, which I completely understand just because it's easy, it's very, easy to get a buzz cut, and it's very masculine. However, it doesn't look good for everybody. If you have a round face, for example, it's probably the worst face shape for you to get a buzz cut with because your face is just gonna look circular. It's gonna look round, and we don't want that. You need very prominent features for you to be able to pull it off, and that's why it gets A tier. Which hairstyle do you currently have, and which hairstyle do you want to have? Let me know in the comments section below, and then let me know if you agree with my rankings. Also, forteseries.com, that's where you're gonna find your hair products. It's all linked below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.